The skill set that people need to create instant web pages is to be able to send and receive email. And if you can't send and receive email right now, you need to probably get somebody to come and show you how to send and receive email, or how to send photos and attach photos and things like that. If you can do that, then you can send live video on the internet if you have a device. You can take a photo and send it to friends and family if you have a device. You can go to WordPress.com, and for $0, zip, $0, you can have a website at a web address that looks like my great service or my name.wordpress.com. Tom has a website at tomlucier.wordpress.com. Okay? Uh, for the cost of $25, using WordPress again, $25 a year, he could call that any name he wants and host his website there. So today I just built for him tomlucier.com. We took the WordPress out of it. You can do that for $25 a year. That's $2 a month. That's 8 cents a day. Can anybody spare like a book of matches? I don't, is a book of matches even 8 cents? It's 8 cents a day to have your own .com address. 10 years ago when we started building websites, it cost over $1,000 a year just to host the website. It was like $100 a month just to have it hosted. That wasn't even designed or built. And I've talked to a number of businesses that have paid $20,000 for websites. It's free. All the tools and strategies and things that you want to use to do your business are free. There are a number of really important things about WordPress as a starting point, okay? With WordPress, it's super easy to go to YouTube and see a video. You can cut and paste a video right onto your website, and you can go get anybody's video and put it on your website. But it's not that hard to do it yourself, and take your video, stick it up there, and then go get it and put it on your WordPress blog site. It's free, okay? You can do audio. You can take photos and post photos just by like attaching a photo to an email. And you can sell products, and you can connect to people using, there's just a ton of different things that you can do. Now, why WordPress is so great is it sits in the middle, and most of these things can be brought in and shown on your WordPress website, on a WordPress.com website. So that's a definite starting point. Another thing about WordPress is that Google loves WordPress. When you post an email and it turns into a web page at WordPress, Google goes, oh, there's something new there, and chews it up, and the more content you produce, it starts to climb and starts to find its way into the search results. Okay? And it doesn't take long until you got, all of a sudden, you've done 10 emails, you got 10 new web pages. So you can produce a ton of content. I think I've got probably around 12 to 1400 web pages or something like that, and that's just like 3 years of writing stuff. So if you like to write, or if you like to take pictures, or if you like to even talk and record audio, or shoot video, I mean, you can tell stories. That's what the web is about. It's about telling your story. And when you tell a good story, other people will want to connect with you. You don't bang them over the head and say, buy this, buy this, buy this. You tell stories and you establish relationships with people. And it takes time. But a WordPress blog is sort of the starting point for that. So how about some questions?
Well, first off, one of the things the room has musicians, restaurant owners, painters, photographers. One of the things I find when I'm having discussions with folks is convincing how much greater a blog is than a static website.
I've been teaching businesses for 5 years about website design and a whole range of things. Um, a blog site, if you think about websites that you refer to, that you use, all of them are different each time you go and look at them. You don't go look at a website time and time again. You don't go visit a website time and time again because it's the same all the time. You go visit blogs. You go visit blog sites and news sites, and the reason you do is because they're always different. They're always telling a current story. You can look at the headline and you can go, oh, they wrote this last week, or oh, they wrote this 2 weeks ago, or they wrote this today. That says something. It says, hey, this is real current news. And I said this the other day to somebody, and they went, what? You've got to be kidding me. No. If it didn't happen in the last hour, it's not news to me. If it didn't happen in the last hour, you don't have to go, hey, Todd, did you hear the budget came down? They're giving people money for home renewal? No. I have an army of people out there that I'm following that tell me what's going on every second of every day that I have a computer on or I'm looking at a telephone. So this is the nature of the internet today. One, it's current. It's now. It's not what you did last week or last month. It's what you did today that matters. And it's not your website. It's not your stuff that matters. It's you that matters. People want to connect with you. They don't want to connect with information. When you leave here tonight, you're going to go, oh, wow, that was cool. That was Guy up on the computer screen. He was up in South River, town of 1,000 people. Yeah, he's talking to us through that. But when you leave this gathering, you're gonna remember me, and you're gonna see me walk into Fog one time. You go, hey, that's the guy that was. You're gonna come over and say hi, and you're gonna buy me a pint. You're gonna buy. It's because we're communicating in some manner. You're establishing a relationship. So when you tell stories on your blog in a regular kind of fashion, if somebody, even if it's a restaurant, somebody's stumbling around and they come to a restaurant and you got news about something that's going on in your restaurant, people are going to be engaged by that and interested in that, and they're going to come back to find out what else is going on. And the other thing, so number one, the web is about now. It's about things that are happening right now. The second thing, the web is social. It's not, here's my information. No. The web is about, did you hear this? Did you hear that? It's called word of mouth. Word of mouth has always been the biggest thing on the web. Using Twitter, which is another application that I use,
We're talking about that next.
In the last week, I've referred people to software half a dozen times and had them go out. I've contributed to $500 worth of software purchases to other people in the last week, telling them, go get this, or free software in addition to that. I've had people get hired to do presentations, corporate presentations, like the guys that stand up and give like keynote addresses. I recommended a guy twice for keynote addresses this week. And what other kind of, there's all kind, I got invited to go to Colorado to speak, to sit on a panel with Google and is it Yahoo? A couple other guys talking at a mountain travel symposium, like where all the people involved in skiing and snowboarding, all that, that all came through connections, through other people going, hey, you should hire that guy. Not from anybody coming to my website that said, there's Todd Lucier. He talks about the internet and how people need to market, and wink, wink, nod, nod. You got to bring him to your conference. He's really good. No. This person got recommended, came to my blog and saw what I wrote last week. He saw what I produced. He saw the way that I talk. He calls me and says, all right, get down there. We want you to come down there. So we're going to Colorado from the internet. That's a pretty good gig. So the web is current. The web is social. It's about people telling stories on blog posts. There's my brother. My brother Rod's on here. Hey, bro. I got to send him a quick hi.